I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? Are you enjoying your summer? I am, overall. So this last year, this last school year, my youngest son, had a teacher who, he doesn't connect well with adults yet, okay? And he, they were concerned, like he was doing fine, but he wasn't connecting. Or maybe when they asked him a question, he wasn't answering. It's a possibility with him. But anyway, my grandson had a teacher who the first week at school, the class was traumatized because she was so loud. Okay? And I mean, my youngest son has had a loud teacher, and he liked her because she was like, I'm just loud. And he's kind of a loud kid, the last of 5, you have to be loud or else you're not heard. And so, my grandson didn't like his teacher, and my son didn't like quite a few of his teachers. But anyway, let's pause here for a sec. First impressions aren't always accurate, and sometimes there's a rainbow after the storm, okay? So I was literally going to pull my son out of that class because it was just, I was done, he was done. Well, no, I was done. I was sick of getting calls from the counselor about this and that, and it wasn't bad behavior, you guys. He wasn't the one disrupting class and causing trouble and, all that jazz. He was the one who was very quiet, but not participating. And, most teachers would like that, but he was in a new school, a totally new system, middle school. He went from having 1 to 2 teachers before to 7. So you get it. New school, new design, new way of doing classes. It was an adjustment for all of those kids. But anyway, when I talked to him about possibly moving him out of the class, he was like, "No, it's okay, Mom. It's okay." And I know my daughter kind of was wishing, and she couldn't. I think she had tried and she couldn't. Okay, so we are at the halfway point of school and things are looking up. Okay, we get to the end of the year of school, and that was my son's favorite teacher at the end of school. Like, he was just like, she is awesome. They had so much fun in her class. And my grandson, so his teacher was retiring, and he was super, super sad. He had actually go to school the day after school let out because he didn't get a full day with her because she had to leave early. He had to go back and talk to her to get, I suppose, closure. He's in 1st grade. But, like, yeah, he loved her. Like, she was the best. She was awesome. He had instead of like, woohoo, school's over, he had a rough day. So sad. And she was moving too. She was not staying in the school district and just subbing like some of the retired teachers do. But yeah, so, sometimes our first impressions of people are wrong. They're totally wrong. So give somebody a chance today. Give them a chance. If they made a bad first impression, give them a break, because you don't know what they're dealing with. And maybe you made a bad impression on them, and, maybe they'll give you a break. So anyway, that was my story for the day. No. It's like, I can't sit still. Have you noticed that? I can't sit still. Maybe I should start standing. But anyway, the soap today is a quickie. It is a dishwashing soap, not for the dishwasher, unless the dishwasher in the family is you. Okay, so this is a, in the sink dishwashing soap. Really short video. I'll go through all the components, you know, hopefully I will. It's really short. So this is my dishwashing soap. If you want one, you need to email me because it's not something I put on my website. Maybe eventually I will. You know, it's one of those things you have to get used to using. It does, you know, you throw it in the sink and it bubbles up, sure, you know, but it's not Dawn. But anyway, 3 things before we leave. Dream big, be true to you, and you are worth it. Let's go check out this itty bitty video. Bye-bye. Okay, into the dishwashing soap. So the lye solution contains coffee. Coffee is great for removing smells. It neutralizes it, I think, which is why my scrub bar is awesome. If you are a fisherman, mechanic, plumber, gardener, that's another soap for a different time. But anyway, yeah, so coffee neutralizes smells, and, you know, if your cutting board has onion on it, you know, no worries. I'm putting orange peel powder in here into my coffee. It's not lye water yet. The lye isn't added. Can't remember why I'm adding in there, but I am. To this, and we're going to do the heat transfer method because my coconut oil is still solid. So to the side there is bentonite clay and French green clay. I was going to add pumice powder because but I need to do more research to see if that would actually like scratch the heck out of my dishes. But I just think pumice powder in there would be kind of a neat scrubby addition. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what was with my clay. I think before when I've made this like 3 or 4 times. Because this one, it's just for me. But yeah, I must have just threw the clay in there because either that or one of my clays was acting badly because it was like didn't want to disperse in water. It was chunky. Ugh. It's like, what the hell's going on? But anyway, yeah, dish soap, 100% coconut oil. I have seen people add 1% olive oil for moisturizing abilities. I don't necessarily do that. See, there's my beautiful coconut oil. Beautiful. So yeah, with the 0% super fat. Because you don't need the fats when you're washing dishes. You don't need the moisturizing properties when you're washing dishes. 20%, up to a 20% super fat with pure coconut or 100% coconut oil would be a very delightful bar. People say it's drying, but I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it depends on your skin. So I'm going to add my coffee solution. It's very cold. My coffee is, otherwise it would be volcanoing up. What the lye? I've done that once or twice. Don't add lye to hot coffee. Just don't. Believe me, just don't. Yeah, learn from my mistakes. It never actually bubbled totally over, so I was okay. But, yeah. So, sodium hydroxide is the lye for this, because we want a hard bar. The coconut oil is going to make a super hard bar. I am not even going to be able to leave this set overnight, like literally 4 hours, and I will be cutting this thing. So you don't want to do this when you're, like some soaps, it's like, it doesn't matter if they stay in the mold for a week. No big deal. This one, no. Make sure you're going to be around so you can cut it right away. Because otherwise, you won't be cutting it. And the size of my bar, anyway, isn't that big. So, I could probably use it as it is, but. So the heat transfer method, we talked about that with the cowboy up bar. Remember? Because I was making fun doing it. I think that's the one I was doing. Geez, now I don't remember. Or was it Blue Caribbean? I don't know. Anyways, where my lye solution, I should have took the temperature. It's probably 180 degrees easily, and that is going to melt my coconut oil. And it's usually a cold process. When I do it in hot process, I'm just being silly. I've seen, and coconut oil is hard in soap, but it's naturally a soft oil, right? Because it melts at room temperature, around there, depending on what your room temperature is, right? You've bought it at the store where it was like kind of liquefied. But anyway, I actually had a store clerk tell me that my my coconut oil was bad because it was like a fourth of it was liquid, and I'm like, no, it's just warm. It's okay. The pellet might have been outside or something, but it was funny. It was funny. But anyway, yeah, I've seen with the heat transfer, I've seen people use cocoa butter and everything. It was amazing. I was shocked that it actually continued to work that long. But I guess the lye solution is hot, so. One thing with coffee, I know I've said this before, I have a hard time finding trays. It looked pretty good, but, I'm still like, I don't know. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? So I'm just going to dump the clays in there because they were really ticking me off. I probably did add them in there last time without dampening them, because I think it thickens up a lot more than it did this time. Yeah, I bet I just threw them in there. I was like, what the heck? The orange peel, I wanted it in the lye solution so the lye could do its job on it and soften it up. I put purple in here. I don't even think first of all, it wasn't enough purple. It was just a little bit, but it didn't come out purple. I'll ruin the surprise. It's not purple. It would have been a pretty cool bar if it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And I am scenting this one. I do scent them every once in a while, and I do not scent them every once in a while. It's more of a personal satisfaction thing. Okay. I'm using Blackberry Ambrosia by Nurture Soap, and I am also using their Satsuma Orange. I don't know how you say that. You put them together, very delightful. One of my shave bars is this scent. Ignore my son in the background. So I'm doing half and half of each. Okay? It makes a really delightful scent. I don't know. Somebody's having a cow in the kitchen about the dog. I had to take a break and come back. So anyway, I'm going to try and blend this up and get those clays all blended up. Yeah, they weren't. I was like watching the bottom of my bowl, and it's like you could just see all the little clays not mixing up. I mean, they slowly did, but it was like took a little bit. I don't know why. But this is a really good scent. I actually have a shave bar with the same scent. And mixy. All I'm doing. I mean, I don't know how long it would take for it to get to like a really thick trace, which I was kind of trying to, but it just, it was enough to blend those clays in. I have seen people put alfalfa powder in here. I have seen people put other things besides, different clays, different botanicals. It's kind of your own, fly by the seat of your pants. I was going to put soap nut powder in here, and then I forgot. Okay? I forgot. So I'm sorry. I was thinking maybe it makes more bubbles. But this is my mold. It's just a little mold. Actually, this is like when I first started, this was my mold. And I made 8 bars of soap. So some of my sample bars, I could cut and make 16 if I was making sample bars. But I'm not. But my fuzzy winter, yeah, we haven't done that one yet. I can't believe it. My fuzzy winter one is what I normally make in that size mold. Make it into 8 bars, you know. I suppose people, you know, other people call them guest bars, you know. They're a little thicker than a guest bar, but I don't know. I like them. They're small. You can use them up, and you can try new ones. So this is the first hour after. This is the second hour after. You can really see it in the middle on the gel phase. This is the third hour after. And I did not, this stayed on the counter, okay? So, got crackage. Not too bad, though. Not too bad. I put the little dent in on the side when I took it out of the mold. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's not hard, but it's plenty stiff, you know. If I didn't know better, I would have thought it sat out for a day or two, a couple days. Pretty tough. So that's the one thing. You don't want to forget to cut it. You don't want to just leave it, because otherwise like I said, that bar is not so bad, you know. I mean, I could throw that in the sink and use it like that. I cut it into 4. Sometimes I put it in my 6x6 mold and cut it into 4, like 3x3 bars by an inch or so. Maybe they're 2 inches. I don't know. But it don't matter. It's just for me, you know. It's just, you know, the soap I use for my dishes. Although sometimes you do hear me say I'm using my, when I hot process, I do use the dishes, like the bowls or the crock pot. I'll fill it up with water, and I'll use that water for dishwater. See that? That's a gel phase. Wow, it got hot. It got smoking hot. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to show you really quick how well it works. I didn't have a lot of dishes to do, but like it's delightful. Like, I use this as a hand soap in my kitchen all the time. It bubbles up really nice in water. You have to remember, though, it's not like your Dawn dish soap. It's not going to take the grease out of the way. It's going to get rid of the grease. But if I am washing, like, my soaping containers, stuff like that, I will have a ring around where the water and the gook, like the oils and stuff, meet on top. And, you know, I mean, it doesn't bother me, you know. I don't need Dawn. This is my son's egg bowl. He was playing cook and fancy egg thing that he didn't rinse out like he's supposed to. I mean, comes right off. No big deal. I didn't have anything greasy. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, I also use the Norwex cloth, and I will just rub it on there and wash my dishes. So, I mean, that's really all there is to it. And there you have it. Basic dish soap. You don't need all that stuff in it. Simple, easy, works like a charm. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a good time. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.